This YouTube video is rated YT13, a rating I made up. There will be some slightly graphic content not suitable for all audiences, including swearing, violence, and brutal dismemberment. Hey, I didn't make up these clips. I'm just showing them. Avert your eyes, your children's eyes, your girlfriend's eyes, your boyfriend's eyes if he's a sensitive soul. Dogs, avert your eyes. Cats, continue to watch with sadistic predatory glee. Viewer discretion is overrated. Just watch the video. And with that, let's just jump right into it. So I'm going to do my first impressions about the upcoming movie Predator Badlands. So Predator Badlands opens November 7th and it is the next installment in the Predator franchise. Of course, to be fair, I didn't know about the movie Prey, which is very disappointing because I would have loved to have seen it. I mean, I love all the Predator movies. A few interesting points about this movie. First of all, the Predator is playing a protagonist, and the way they're playing it out, it's his first hunt. Kind of a rite of passage kind of thing. You could almost say it's a warm-hearted coming-of-age story about a predator coming into his own. Maybe not. It is definitely one of those reluctant team-up MOs where, obviously you got characters from two completely different worlds that have to work together in order to survive or to achieve whatever goal they're trying to go for. And somehow, in this whole situation, the predator is on the most hostile planet, which, I mean, how much more hostile can it get other than the aliens? And with that, let's just jump right into IMDB. Very interesting page going on here. Love the graphics here. I love the fact that he's wearing the android as a backpack, directed by Dan Trachtenberg. I don't know how to say this. Starring Elle Fanning and Dimitrius Schuster. I can't pronounce the rest of that. I'm very sorry. Please forgive me. I love how it's identifying this as an alien invasion. What are they invading? If anything, I think it's marooning. So let's start with the actresses. This is Elle Fanning. She's playing Thia. Or is it Thia? Thia or Tia? I'm going with Tia. Looking at some of her filmography. She was in Super 8. I don't remember who Alice is. That was a fun movie. Very Steven Spielberg-y. In fact, did Steven Spielberg direct it? No, J.J. Abrams, but still very Steven Spielberg-y. She's in Maleficent? Who is she? She's Aurora? Of course, I've never seen Maleficent. Don't stone me. Okay, back to this. First of all, Elle Fanning is playing Tia. It's evident that she's an android because, that or she's got a horrible birth defect. And it really confused me for a while because I thought that at first she was just some dead chick because anytime they ever showed her, she was hanging off of something with her eyes glazed in the initial trailers. Though the whole time I had no idea that she was the protagonist. And that's until I saw the part where this little stabby thing woke her up in her ear, and next thing I know, she's talking to the predator asking for help. And of course, it also wasn't until I saw that she was cut in half that I realized she was obviously an android. Seems like androids being split in half is a thing in this universe. And then we have Dimitrius Schuster. Cannot pronounce this dude's name. I guess this is the guy in the Predator suit, but you never know if you didn't see him in the IMDB listing. Very interesting filmography. I think it's cool that he's New Zealand. It kind of gives kind of ode to that whole global village thing about how everyone's just kind of getting work everywhere nowadays. Apparently he's well established because he made it into a Predator movie. As far as I'm concerned, when you make it into a Predator movie, that's a mile marker. Evidently, he's done some backstage work as well. That's kind of cool. So anyway, Dimitrius plays Deck. It's crazy when the fictitious Predator alien thing has a simpler name than you. So ultimately, Dimitrius is playing Deck, the protagonist Predator. But this is one of those things that's just blowing my mind because Predators are not protagonists. They've never had to play protagonist roles. So I think in his mind, the director was going for trying to get us to root for the Predator.
With Predator Badlands, the first thought was, what if we take this classic movie monster and make you root for it?
But that's just the thing. We don't need a reason to root for the Predator. We've always rooted for the Predator. I mean, it's like that whole thing when you watched Batman versus Darth Vader from Bat in the Sun. They're both awesome characters. You didn't care whether or not one or the other. In fact, you were torn between the two. Oh, Batman and Darth Vader, they're so awesome. I mean, they're such popular characters that Bat and his son actually made an alternate ending where each one won. Even though Darth Vader is the villain, you don't need a reason to root for him. And it's the same thing with the Predator. We don't need a reason to root for the Predator. We always root for the Predator. Not because he's the good guy, not because he's the hero, but because he's a boss. It's kind of like the reason why we watched the movie Pacific Rim. I mean, Ryan George said it best. We did not watch Pacific Rim to watch a good story. We watched Pacific Rim to see robots punch monsters. Ryan George, please don't sue me. And finally, we have the director, Dan Trachtenberg. I think I'm saying it right. So I know he's got credit for Prey and 10 Cloverfield Lane, but I've never seen 10 Cloverfield Lane, so I don't know if it's any good. I also didn't get to see Prey, but I'm pretty sure if he directed a Predator movie, he did a good job. Good filmography, music department, director, writer, producer, camera and electrical department. Oh, wow. He did one of the Phantasm movies as a backstage guy. The fact that he worked on a Phantasm movie is very interesting because that means he's been doing this for a minute. And it says he did this like back in 1998, which is kind of cool. If you don't know anything about the Phantasm movies, it was kind of like during that time with Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees, all the scary movies that would keep getting sequels but would never die for some reason. Phantasm was one of those. And even though the main antagonist, the bad guy, as you would say, is supposed to be this old guy they called the Tall Man who works at a funeral home, the movie is really more well known about these metal flying balls. Even though they didn't play like a huge role in the movie, that's the part everyone remembers because they're like these flying Swiss Army knives, which is the only way I can really describe them because you never know exactly what's going to come out of those things next. I mean, they have everything from blades to drills. There's a whole network of diabolical tools in their disposal. It's almost like Mel Brooks created a horror film.
Dear me, what are those things coming out of her nares?
Hey, watch my helmet. Spaceballs?
Oh, shit. There goes the planet.
Please don't sue me, Mel Brooks. I love your work. And before we jump into the theories, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. All right, finally, let's just jump into the theories. What do we think is going to happen with this movie? First of all, how did Thia get cut in half? I think it could be a number of things. It could have been the Predator accidentally cut her in half. Maybe she got cut in half like an alien, like her predecessors. I will say that I am 100% convinced that Thia has an ulterior motive. And the fact that Thia wanted to help Dec in the preview, I'm pretty sure there's an ulterior motive going on here. Especially the way she kind of left things. Of course, there's also a couple Easter eggs in there that tell me that Dec might be getting set up.
We might not be alone in this hunt.
Either by his own clan or by, another group of humans. Somehow, I smell a setup. And here's the thing I'm trying to think about. I guess Dec is also an outcast. I can't tell if he's just an outcast, a maroon, a first-time hunter. He's obviously very frustrated about the fact that he's stuck on this planet. I love the fact that they keep showing this giant monster every time they talk about the prey that cannot be killed. And because of that, I am absolutely convinced that the thing that cannot be killed, the ultimate apex predator, is not what we think it is. Because that would ruin the moment. I'd be really mad if they showed that during the preview. But final thoughts, I'm going to go see it. I mean, I love all the Predator movies. I can't think of a Predator movie I would not enjoy seeing. Even the bad ones. You know who you are. But again, I feel like this is a really safe franchise. I've never seen a Predator movie I didn't like, or at least enjoyed watching, even when it wasn't good. I'm definitely going to go see it opening weekend. And I think you should too. With that being said, please leave your theories, leave your comments, and until next time, deuces.